Hey guys, it's a new week. Here we go. This is your weekly reading for March 12th through the 18th of 2018. We've got a big new moon coming up this Saturday, the 17th. Let's see what else we've got going on this week. Here we go. Make a little bit more room. Okay. There we go. Ooh, nice. Here you go, guys. Here's your card. Every week this one comes up. It's so funny. It's so interesting. Christina, hey, and Heidi. Oh my gosh, good to see you, Heidi. How are you guys this week? I'm just about to get started on your weekly reading for March 12th through the 18th. It looks like it's, so, you know, I already know this astrologically, but the cards are kind of in alignment with that and confirming that it's definitely going to be a healing week this week. Hey Sylvia, good to see you. Aloha Heidi. Oh my god, I wish I was there in Hawaii. Although I'm loving the rain. We have not had rain here for so long, and finally it rained yesterday, and it's still a little bit cloudy today, but oh, I wish it would rain some more here. So, definitely going to be a healing week this week, especially astrologically, but the cards are kind of in alignment with that and confirming, again, it's definitely going to be a healing week this week. And I love that this card that you guys get every week is moving. It's not in the same spot every time, so it's moving, and movement is good. But at the center of the week is a new emotional beginning, which is really, really, really very healing for you guys, and very, very awesome. So right before that new emotional beginning is the end of something. So likely the end of, well, and I'll see some more cards that come out of it, but my feeling is the end of the struggling and the end of the things that kind of hold you back, like the dark things, like the unhealed emotions, the unhealed wounds, the emotional wounds. So the ending of that means the healing of it. And so a lot of things that are that have up until now contributed to that or kept you in that loop of struggling with these unhealed emotions is coming to an end this week. So that's a very, very, very awesome thing. And at the center of the week is a new emotional beginning. So really healing these things. And again, still have this decision, although it may be a new decision every week. Could very well be that. I mean, we've got new decisions like every few minutes of every day. So that could also be why this card's coming up a lot as well. But this decision this time, it's moved to after the healing. So after the healing, there's this decision to make, and it's related to the righting of wrongs, which again is the end of suffering through those emotional wounds. So, and interestingly, it starts off with a celebration too. So there may be things that you're celebrating this week, or interacting with people this week on some level, and through those interactions with people, like part of you comes to this realization that, you know, this has got to end. I'm done with this. This, like, holding myself back, this not taking action type thing because of fears that are holding me back, this constantly, maybe not constantly on a conscious level, but, and maybe, you know, for some of you guys, it may be pretty conscious as well, but just constantly, even if it's on an unconscious or subconscious level, feeling sadness and pain and struggling through unhealed emotional wounds that probably happened very early on. It's like time to move past all of that. And granted, I know that's easier said than done, but everyone gets to a point in their life where they're like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. So I'm done with this. How am I going to heal this? How am I going to move through this? Maybe you already have done so much of the work already. And this week is really, really about the new emotional beginning. And astrologically, it complements us, and I'll get to that in a minute. But after this healing and this decision to start a new beginning comes new decisions. And these decisions are definitely related to the righting of wrongs that happened. And it could be definitely new way of doing things and being based on having healed these past traumas that have had us doing things in a certain way up until now. Okay, so let's see what's to come. Yep, letting go. Awesome. I love it. It's the end of the fears that we've held on to, the traumas that we've held on to, the struggles that we've kind of kept close. That like when you go through an emotional trauma or a wound or something and you carry that with you, it sometimes can become a part of your identity. And then that can kind of keep it with you all of the time and keep you constantly feeling some level of that to some degree. And so it's right underneath this, the death card, the end of that. So really kind of breaking free from whatever shackles you've been carrying around with you. Love it. Oh, nice. Another new beginning. Awesome. When we let go of things that really don't serve us anymore, then new beginnings automatically happen. So at the center of the week is a new emotional beginning, but then we've also got a new spiritual and work or business related beginning coming up. Awesome. Oh, sweet. Okay, so emotional accomplishment is like right after this decision making and these, let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can drop it a little bit more. Might be too much, but we'll see. Hopefully you guys can see the cards a little better. Too much. I want you to see me too, but it's not just about me. Okay, I'll stop playing with it. Okay, so emotional accomplishment, really coming out of this new emotional beginning, really feels like a huge, tremendous emotional accomplishment for you. And from there, you start making new decisions that are related to the righting of wrongs. And again, like, this is awesome and this is amazing, but nothing is ever really kind of all fairy tale, unicorns, love and hug and kisses. Those are all important and those should always be a part of everything. But at the same time, it usually comes out of something that was painful. So this new decision, okay, so back it up a little bit. So at the center of the week, we have the new emotional beginning. And from this new emotional beginning, after having let go of the things that are no longer serving us, the beliefs, the thoughts, the fears, the feelings that we have that kind of keep us stuck, and even the physical things, holding on to physical things can keep us stuck as well. So after letting go of those things, hey Jen, and really like enough is enough, kind of letting go of it all. Like, I've held on to this pain for far too long. I've held on to this physical stuff for far too long. I've held on to my connection with this emotional wound for far too long, and it's time to really grow out of it. And astrologically, we're being supported with that this week as well. I'll get to that in a minute. So much to say, and I just can't say it fast enough. So coming out of all of that, we really are starting a new emotional beginning this week. And from there, we're making new decisions that are based on the righting of wrongs, judgment and the righting of wrongs. But because there were wrongs, then obviously we have something that was painful. And so righting the wrongs of things that we experienced that were painful, and possibly even the wrongs that we may have caused to other people. And all of that really, really, really leads to an emotional accomplishment, feeling just so accomplished having come through this and working through this and making new decisions from this new place. And it really kind of brings about a new spiritual beginning for you and possibly even growth in your business. So very, very cool. Let's see, the energies operating in the situation. I love when that card comes up. Hey, very cool. Very cool, guys. So, the energies operating in the situation are definitely like, this is a message from God. This is supported by God, whatever you call God, spirit, universe, source. That's definitely one of the massive major players here in all of this happening this week. And this also can indicate too, like, that is a source of how you are being supported through this and letting go of all of this and letting go of what no longer serves you, like on a tangible physical level, getting rid of junk and stuff. Also getting rid of thoughts and beliefs and fears that have held you back for so long. So like the universe, source, God, whatever you call it, is supporting you in doing this. Now at the same time, you may find yourself running up against like strict and rigid rules that you have about these things. Well, if I let go of this fear, then all of these terrible things are going to happen. Not necessarily true, because you're being supported in letting go of it. But that may come up for you. It may come up like, well, I have this rule or I have this thing that I have to do this so that this particular thing will happen or won't happen. You know, I have to check this particular thing, or I have to do this thing, or I have to hold on to this stuff, or else. Kind of fear-based things. Like if I let go of this fear, then this fear may be kind of, or these thoughts or these patterns or whatever may be things that you've held on to in order to kind of keep yourself safe, or trick yourself into thinking it's keeping you safe. But so as you start to let go of these and move through that this week, these things may come up in your mind as far as like afraid to let go, you know, because if I let go of this, then how am I going to be supported? Well, the source, God, universe, whatever you call it, is completely supporting you in this. And so you can create new rules around that. It's okay to let go of the strict, rigid rules that you've had in place, thinking that it would keep you safe or prevent something bad from happening or whatever. Like this is a whole new emotional beginning. So there will be new rules in place that you're creating. But just be mindful that as you do this, some fears may come up, and it's okay to allow them and let them go, because you're growing beyond that now. And that's the physical message, is that you're growing beyond that on a spiritual and an emotional level. You're growing beyond those things that you've done in the past. Okay, so that's operating in the situation. And then again, we also have, now here's the thing, this card could mean different things for different people, and again, it's a general reading for everybody. So there may be travel coming up as well that you're dealing with again. This card came up last week too, I think. So on the travel level, if you have travel coming up, this travel will likely have to do with getting to this emotional accomplishment. So going through this travel has something to do that helps you feel accomplished on an emotional level. But that also means working through the pains. So some of you may actually be dealing with physical back pain, and that may be making it difficult to make the trip. Or some of you on an emotional level may be feeling kind of defeated. And that could be part of the stuff that holds you back here. So that's one of the things to work through here. So the feeling of being defeated, the feeling of not being capable or able to do something. So working through that. So if you do have travel coming up, then that may be part of what's at play here. That's one of the energies operating in this situation. Also, this card represents things happening very quickly within twos. So within 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, a lot of this is definitely going to be resolved. You're working through this very quickly. Okay, and our outcomes. Yes. Yep. Okay, so our outcomes are definitely, so you kind of get to choose your outcome this week. So justice. Again, righting of the wrongs over here, making new decisions from this new place of having come through some massive emotional healing this week, and then making new decisions based on the righting of wrongs, leads to justice, a feeling of justice, a feeling of balance, a feeling of accomplishment. But if it's a little bit more difficult for some of you working through this stuff, and as long as you let go of the things that really need to be let go of this week, then you're really going to work through this emotional healing like a champ. I mean, emotional healing is never easy, but it's totally possible. But it does require letting go of the old things that just hold you back, that don't serve you. That means physical stuff, emotional stuff, thoughts, beliefs, fears, patterns, maybe even people to some degree. So if you're still holding on to that stuff, then the outcome for that is it's your mindset that's going to keep you back. That's going to keep you stuck, going to keep you tied down to the same spot that has kept you stuck for so far. So it's up to you guys this week. It's a choice. Are you going to let go of the things that need to be let go of and really allow for this amazingly healing week to kind of do its magic and step into it and participate in that? Or are you going to hold on to what keeps you stuck and let that stay with that mindset that keeps you stuck? So it's kind of a choice here. You can either stay the course that's been difficult and continue to have things be difficult. It's a choice. Or really let go of the things that no longer serve you and move into this new emotional beginning. And have a feeling of justice and balance and things really starting to balance out and feeling better and feeling like justice is like totally happening in here and like liberating and free. And either way, in both cases, it's absolutely going to require that you take care of yourself physically. On a physical level, take care of yourself. Stretch if you need to stretch. Take your supplements, take your vitamins, eat healthy, drink lots of water. Do whatever exercise it is that you do, yoga, walking, running, CrossFit, whatever it is, take care of yourself physically and be mindful that while you're doing all of it, that you're doing it in a way that's actually helping you and not going to hurt you or strain you. So don't overdo it, but do it. So take care of yourself physically this week. That's a big thing. Definitely going to be helpful in the whole emotional healing progress that we have happening, going on. Let's go with, maybe we'll do 2. We'll go with Universe Has Your Back, because the universe really does have our back this week. This week we've got a new moon on Saturday the 17th. I am the dreamer of my dream. So yes, you are the dreamer of your dream. And this is, again, you get to decide. You get to choose the outcome this week. Really how you're going to have things go. If you want to stay the course that's been difficult and have things continue to be difficult, or if you're really going to move through the emotional difficult feelings, but come through them and heal them. You are the dreamer of your dreams. So you get to pick and you get to decide this week. I love that. I think I'll pick a Wayne Dyer card, but I still want to tell you about this new moon coming up. So this Saturday, the 17th, we have a new moon in Pisces. And Pisces is very much about sensitivity and emotions and healing. And so this is helping us. This new moon also, okay, so it's in Pisces, but also very close to the sun. And Pisces is, or the sun and the moon in Pisces is, close to it is Chiron. So Chiron is a planet. Some people refer to it as a comet or a planetoid. It technically it's like a planet. And it's also referred to as the wounded healer. And so it being this close in the sky during the new moon is allowing for a huge amount of support for healing those like emotional wounds that have likely happened early on in your life, and allowing these things that have been like dark and that maybe you've hidden about yourself, hidden from yourself, rejected about yourself, hidden from other people, these emotional wounds that you've kind of tried to keep a lid on, hold tight to instead of work through, because it's painful. Obviously it's painful to do that, but this week it's really with Chiron this close in the sky with the new moon, it's really allowing for these things to come up and out and be healed. So this is a beautiful thing, and that's why you also need to really take care of yourself physically, and allow yourself to go through the process so that you can heal all of this stuff. It's 100% possible, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It may not be easy, but it's totally possible, and this is a beautiful week to get it done, because astrologically we're supported in it with Chiron to allow these emotional wounds to come up and out and be healed, and the righting of wrongs to happen, and for a sense of justice and balance, and to really get to a new emotional beginning, and from there be able to make new decisions in your life, just from this higher level. It's awesome. Okay, so we will also add my favorite Wayne Dyer inspirational card for the week. There we go. Reconnect to your source of being. When you're inspired, you reconnect to your source of being. You go beyond the world of limitations and enter a space of creative knowing. As you move into a state of inspiration by feeling connected to a great purpose or extraordinary project, you surrender. I love that. I love that so much. And that's kind of like the whole idea of this week, is to move beyond the limitations, the things that are limiting you, that are holding you back, to move beyond them, to finally let them go. You have the Death card. Let them go. Let them be over. Allow them to come up, because Chiron's helping these dark things within us to come up and out. And do it in a safe place. You don't, like, this doesn't mean that people are just going to be crazy lunatics this week or emotional psychos this week or whatever. Do it in a safe place, in your home, with your tribe, with the people that love and care about you and that you love and trust as well. You plan your life and you get to decide your life. So allow yourself to do this in a safe place at the right time. When things start to come up, make sure you make time and space for yourself to go through these things, to let these dark things that you've kind of kept a lid on, out of fear or shame or embarrassment or guilt or whatever, to come up and out, and let them pass through you and heal them, and really get to a new place of a new emotional beginning. This is what this whole week is about. I love that. And then you really are inspired, and you really feel connected to a great purpose. And that allows you to surrender all of the rest of that stuff. Surrender it, heal it, let it go, and move into like your true, genuine power, your purpose, what you're here to be, what you're here to do and be and complete and give to the world, and the way you're here to be in service. And share the gifts that you have, because everyone does have gifts, and everyone has something, to give here in this world. That's why we're here. So one more time, reconnect to your source of being. When you're inspired, you reconnect to your source of being. You go beyond the world of limitations and enter a space of creative knowing. As you move into a state of inspiration by feeling connected to a great purpose or an extraordinary project, you surrender. Again, this is how this is saying that Source, God, the universe, is one of the energies operating in the situation here. Okay, so it's going to be a great week this week, guys, and you can really make it happen. Like, please don't choose to just stay stuck and miserable. Like, we already know that sucks, that hurts, it doesn't feel good. We know it's an option, but it's not a great one, and you were so supported this week in moving through that and healing all of that. So go for it and be the dreamer of your dream and have an amazing week. Okay, love you guys. See you later.